Well, Citizen Weekend Sports begins now. Good evening and welcome. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. We begin with football, and Captain Victor Wanyama is the surprise omission from the Harambee Star squad that left the country early this evening for a two-day invitational tournament in Kigali, Rwanda. Mugubi, together with all Kenyan Premier League players in the national team, were not part of the travelling party. Only 13 players, including 2 goalkeepers, are in Kigali. Meanwhile, league leaders Gor Mahia will be the highlight of the weekend in the Kenyan Premier League as they host Tusker FC in their second home ground, that is the Kisumu Stadium. There will be a double-header there first. Western Stima will host Ushuru, then Gor Mahia take on Tusker. Moroni Youth elsewhere will host Chemelil Sugar, Sony Sugar take on Nairobi City Stars. The league will then take a break in June to resume in July for the second leg.
Glancing header goes for the foul. Kevin Opio being approached to strike the shot and goal. Oh, what a goal! Beautiful, beautiful free kick. Oh, God, Mahia bench up in arms as they take another goal in this game against Tinker United, who has given goal a second goal. And keeper gets beaten at his near post. Say what you...
Away from football, it's been a rather busy week in the athletics field, with the Rome Diamond League taking place last night and the National Police Athletics Championships entering day 2 earlier today. We take a look at Kenya's athletics exploits internationally later on in this bulletin. But for now, here's the action from the Safaricom Stadium in Kasarani earlier today. Day 2 of the Kenya Police Service Athletics National Championships took place at the Safaricom Stadium Kasarani as a precursor to the upcoming Athletics Kenya National Championships. In the 3,000-meter steeplechase, Hilary Mayo romped to victory in 8 minutes 42.8 seconds, followed by Philip Yego 3 seconds later, and Geoffrey Kipkoech, who clocked 8 minutes 52 seconds. In the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase finals, Purity Cherotich was the leading lady in 9 minutes 49.2 seconds, followed by Caroline Tuikong 9 seconds later, and Veronica Ngosusa clocked 10 minutes 3.4 seconds to finish third. 2014 London Marathon champion Wilson Kipsang was the surprise entrant in the men's 5,000 meters, but he was not there to compete against the other athletes. Rather, he was gauging his speed work and thus finished past the top 10.
I've not been in a position to compete in a world championship. So, me this time, as the former world record holder, Olympic bronze medalist, I think it is a good chance for me to, especially given an opportunity to represent my country in the World Championships.
Finally, in the 100 meters, Kiplagat Chepkemoi ran the fastest women's time to finish first in 12.9 seconds, while in the men's race, Rafael Shege ran 11 seconds flat for the victory. Well, let's now cross the borders, and if you thought that his performance last week at the Ostrava Challenge in the Czech Republic was a fluke, they need to think again, because 2014 Commonwealth champion Julius Yego yesterday broke his Kenyan javelin national record, throwing 87.71 meters at the Olympiacos Stadium in Rome. He added 85 centimeters to his own mark set a week ago in Ostrava and finished second behind Czech's Vesely Viteslev. Meanwhile, Kenya's Kiang Hyvin set a new world-leading time in the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase.
Very, very good performance. On the outside in the park.
She edged out a professional pace setter, Virginia Nyambura, in 9 minutes 15.8 seconds. Nyambura finished in 9 minutes 15.75 seconds, followed by Ethiopia's Hiwot Ayalu, while Lydia Chepkurui finished fourth.
9:15.
Now, 51 cars underwent scrutineering today as the KCB Voi rally zooms off tomorrow from 7 a.m. The only team that withdrew, that's of Adil and Izhar Mirza, withdrew citing personal reasons. KNRC's current leader, Jasprit Jasichate, who also tops the FIA African Rally Championship log, will be using Voi rally to shape up for the Oryx Energies Rally of Tanzania next weekend. Carl Flash Tundo, Quentin Mitchell, Ian Duncan, and Alistair Kavanagh are among other drivers to watch out for in Voi. The Voi Tour takes the 8-leg series to its halfway stage. Meanwhile, the national women's cricket team will be travelling to Rwanda next week, Thursday, for a peace tournament meant to mark 21 years since the genocide. Captain Sylvia Kinyua confirmed that a 14-strong team will be travelling for this particular tournament. Their first match will be on Friday against Rwanda, followed by another match against Uganda on the following day. The team is expected to return to the country on the 15th of June after the 4-day invitational tournament ends. Indeed, we return to the Rome Diamond League, where American sprinter Justin Gatlin won his third successive Rome Golden Gala 100 meters when he clocked 9.75 seconds at the Olympic Stadium yesterday. The 33-year-old has faced a barrage of criticism since clocking a lifetime best of 9.74 seconds at the opening Diamond League event in Doha, from skeptics who point out that he has served 2 doping bans and should not be allowed to compete ever again. Many are speculating that this informed Gatlin could even be faster than the world's fastest man, Jamaica's Usain Bolt. Well, let's take a look at some of the sports that you can expect over the coming weekend. And more than 400 Barcelona fans began an 1,800-kilometer journey earlier today by road to Berlin to catch their favorite team take on Juventus in tomorrow's Champions League final. Barcelona are aiming to complete a trophy treble this season, having already won the Spanish League and the King's Cup. Fans sang and chanted before getting on buses for the estimated 18-hour journey to the German capital to support their side against the Italian giants. Barcelona are attempting to lift the cup for the 4th time in the last 10 years and the 5th occasion in their history, while Juventus are seeking a first success since 1996. The match will take place tomorrow from 9:45 p.m. Kenyan time. Meanwhile, the FIFA World Cup is here again, bigger and better. And of course, some of you may be wondering, what am I talking about? No, I'm not confused, because Canada is preparing to host the world when the FIFA Women's World Cup also kicks off tomorrow. The city of Edmonton yesterday was putting final touches on its Commonwealth Stadium, where the Canadian team will take on China in Saturday's opening match. The games may be engulfed, however, by the bribery scandal currently plaguing soccer's governing body, FIFA. Nobody knows whether outgoing President Sepp Blatter will make an appearance or not. And meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors took Game 1 of the NBA Finals, edging out the Cleveland Cavaliers by 108 points to 100. The score was close throughout, but in the end, Stephen Curry came up huge in overtime to lead his team to victory. LeBron James led all scorers with 44 points, while Stephen Curry had 26 points and some huge free throws in what looks like an instant classic. Game 2 will take place on Sunday. The overall winner could be decided after 7 games played over 2 weeks.
Goes to the Warriors.
And finally, in Super Rugby, the Hurricanes mourned the death of former stalwart Jerry Collins by producing one of their most stylish performances of the season as they thumped the Highlanders in Napier to confirm top spot both on the overall Vodacom Super Rugby log and in the New Zealand Conference by 56 to 20 points. Hurricanes tries were scored by Blade Thompson, James Marshall, Dane Coles, Julian Savea and Matt Nonu. TJ Perenara scored a brace for the Hurricanes. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Highlanders' 3 tries were scored by Ryan Tungia, Lima Sopoaga and Marty Banks. Well, that's it from the sports desk, but don't go anywhere. We're not done just yet. One-on-one is up next. Use the hashtag one-on-one. And of course, add Lilian Muli to begin to send your questions. Today, we've got a rather interesting show. It's an East African clash versus a West African clash. Representing East Africa is an artist from Uganda, and representing West Africa is an artist, Skills, from Nigeria. Expect an exciting show up next with Lilian, who's already crossed over to other studios, so don't go anywhere.